Hello, gentle viewers. This is Avindian, welcoming you to Robinson Crusoe. Now, normally I do, and Tabletop Simulator, of course. Normally I start these videos with the game already set up, but I need to take a moment to praise the absolute brilliance and genius of this script. It's amazing, and Robinson Crusoe is a game with very dense setup rules. It's a very dense game, period, as the rule book is 40 pages long. One of the longest rule books I've seen in a game that's not a war game. Um, but it's really good, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So we're going to be playing the first scenario. I am playing with one player. I wonder if this is a variant or if the actual rulebook says you can't be the soldier if you're in a one or two player game. Like, I can see why, and if that's actually the case, then that's the case, but I don't know that that's actually, like, an official rule. Is it? Like, I don't mind if that's the case, but it just seems very strange to me that you would specifically be... More information on character sheets. I'm looking at the rulebook, by the way. I have a hard copy of it here. Yeah, I see nowhere that says that you shouldn't be able to use the soldier. I don't know if that is like an official variant that they released at some point, but yeah, there's nothing in my version of the rules anyway that says that a soldier is only in that a soldier is only allowed in 3 or 4 player games. Anyway, since I can't see any proof of that, I'm just going to click the button to at least make it possible. Oh, I see, it's not recommended. Okay. And I kind of see why. You know what? Last time I played this solo, I played with the soldiers, so that's fine. We're going to use all the default rules. Crewmen, default, no optional components, and no variant rules. And all of this is perfect. And I'm going to click start the game. And then I'll actually talk about the game, but I just want you guys to appreciate how brilliant this is. It's just so good. Okay, so I'm supposed to take a character sheet from the bag. I'm going to shuffle it up. I got the Explorer. I apparently got the female Explorer. I don't really care, but that's fine with me. And I'm just going to delete this bag just so that it's gone. So let's talk about Robinson Crusoe. Robinson Crusoe is among the heaviest games I've ever played. And what do I mean when I say heavy? In terms of both complexity of the rules and the depth of play, it's no game that I own is quite like Robinson Crusoe. Republic of Rome, which I used to own but gave away, is worse in terms of rules complexity. Um, but I still love Robinson Crusoe, despite the game's frankly incredible weight sometimes. I'm just shuffling things up. I want to make sure things are nice and randomized. Like, I'm sure the script shuffles, but I don't want to be shocked in case it doesn't. So what is Robinson Crusoe? Well, Robinson Crusoe is a game made by... I have the rule book in front of me, and I'm trying to remember the guy's last name. His first name is Ignacy. Here it is. It is Ignacy Trzewiczek, I'm gonna guess. If I'm desperately wrong, I apologize. My Polish is pretty bad. But that's my best guess. So, forgive me, sir, if I got your name wrong, but you made an incredible game that I really enjoyed playing, despite its complexity. So, in every game of Robinson Crusoe, you are attempting to do basically two things: survive the island and complete a specific goal. In this case, we're playing the Castaway scenario, and our goal is to build a nice big pile of wood, set it on fire, and leave the island by turn 10. That is our objective. Which is perfectly fine, except for all the ways that the game can end. The game can end if I end turn 12 and I haven't won the game. It can end if I die, and there's a couple of other specific things that can happen in the game that also cause you to lose. At its heart, this game is worker placement. But it's worker placement in a very compelling way, where you're never quite sure what's happening. You're never quite sure if you're making the right decisions. You can do things to improve your chances of victory, and you should. But... oh, we got the hammer and nails and the empty bottle. Nice. That's what I got my last game that I played of this. You're never quite sure if you're going to survive. And you're never quite sure if the decision you made at the beginning of the game is to come back to bite you on the butt. Now, when I call this game heavy, I was recently watching a video by Rahdo of Rahdo Runs Through, and he made a great distinction between games that are deep, where the gameplay mechanics, the mechanisms are simple, but the decisions are not. And there's games that are complex, which is games that have lots of fiddly rules. Robinson Crusoe has both. Robinson Crusoe has lots of very specific rules, and the rulebook isn't super well laid out, which is why I'm doing this video. And all the rules have exceptions. But once you actually sit down and play the game, the actual mechanic's actually pretty streamlined. There's very little you're doing on each turn. It's just what happens in this specific scenario because this specific card came up at this specific time. That's what you have to be concerned about. And that's what can make the game a bit tricky to play at times. So, how does the game work? Well, every round is broken up into 6 phases. We have the event phase, we have the morale phase, we have the production phase, the action phase, the weather phase, and the night phase. Of those 6 phases, only one of them takes more than a minute, which is the action phase. The event phase can get a bit long. You don't play the event phase, by the way, on the first turn of the game. But everything else is actually pretty simple and straightforward. So, what we're trying to do over the course of the action phase in particular is build up enough resources so that we can A, not die, and then B, actually work on completing our scenario. So let's look at the scenario sheet. So we are castaways on a deserted island. It's the end of summer. I have to prepare for winter, build shelter, roof, and palisade. It will be difficult to survive during tough months of autumn and winter. I also have to build a pile of wood so I can set fire to it, when you spot ships on the horizon and call for help. This has a victory point track. In my copy of the game, this was not included. I think this was added as like a bonus or something you can maybe print off the internet. Because frankly, I've never bothered because I always lose anyway. I've never won this game. It's very hard. So this is what we're trying to do. But first we need to survive. And the first and most important thing we have to do each and every turn is feed ourselves. And when I say ourselves, we've got 3 people. We've got me, the explorer. I'm just going to move the first player token so I can actually read the bloody card. We have my pal Friday. The art in Friday's case is a little bit unfortunate. I don't think it's immersion breaking because that's how he was portrayed in the original books. But it is a little bit kind of yikes. It doesn't really wreck my enjoyment of the game because I'm able to abstract it, but it might wreck yours. So that's something to consider. And then we have the goodest boy, Doggo. Neither of whom need any food. I don't know where they eat, but apparently that's not my problem, so I'm not going to worry about it. And make a hard game even harder. So each turn I have 4 actions that I can take. 2 for me, 1 for Friday, and 1 for Doggo. Doggo is a support character, which means he can only work in conjunction with me or Friday. And he can only help with 2 actions, hunting and exploring. Friday can do his own thing, and then I can do my own thing, or I can support other actions. So, every turn I decide how to use my 4 action markers. And then after that, we do some automated checks and we see how the turn goes. One of the things I really love about this edition of the game is this amazing player aid, which I don't think I have. If I do have it, it's in the box, and I'd have to go look for it. But this is just so good. I love this a lot, and it really streamlines everything. So we are playing, the solo version, and the solo version of Robinson Crusoe is actually pretty similar. Can I just set the state, the page? Oh no, I can't just change it. Yikes. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's so good. You can pop it out, and then I can look at the whole thing, and I can show you guys. So the solo variant, mostly it's having the dog and Friday. And then this right here, I get 1 bonus morale every turn. Which is really nice. That's a very nice benefit to have. So we're in the morale phase. Let's go ahead and bump that up. And I get 1 determination marker, which is right here. Now, what do you do with determination, I hear you ask? Well, these let me use my special abilities. I can discard 2 determination tokens to reroll a certain die. I can discard 2 to make exploration easier. I can discard 3 to increase morale. And I can discard 3 to draw 2 discovery tokens, of which I get to keep 1 and discard the other. I also have a special invention, which lets me add a shortcut, which means every production phase I get an additional resource. And I'm really happy that we've got that, because we're going to want all the wood we can get our hands on. Right, so I'm going to move down to production. And in production, you gain 1 resource for every source on your camp. In this case, my camp is on this island, so I get 1 food and I get 1 lumber. Which is fine. And that's all that happens during the production phase. Now we move on to the action phase. And this is where the game really takes place. So, every turn I can do 6 things. This game really likes the number 6. I'm not sure why. Action 1. I can go to the event icon. And I can either spend 1 pawn or 2, depending, and I get a bonus for that. The reason why you might want to do that is because this card's going to go here, and then it will eventually disappear, and I'll miss out on the food. And even better, this is actually bread, which is non-perishable, which means it doesn't go away at the end of the turn. That's pretty nice. The second action you can take is you can hunt. We have nothing to hunt right now, unfortunately. So because we don't have anything to hunt, I can't take the hunt action. Notice that the hunt action is the only action of the game which always requires 2 people. All the others, you can make it easier or more potent with more than 1 person, but the hunt is required to be 2. Second, we can build. Now, there's lots of things you can build. You can build a shelter. You can build an invention. You can build things on the scenario board. Lots of things you can build. You can gather, which only applies to adjacent tiles, and we don't have any, so there's no point doing that. You can explore and discover more tiles on the island. You can simply go home and arrange the camp, which gives you determination and improves morale, or you can rest up and heal a bit. So, we need to spread our 4 pawns any way we choose among these 6 actions. And I'm going to tell you right away, we want to build a shelter, but the shelter either costs me 2 wood or 1 fur, and I don't have enough resources. And I don't have a way to get resources just yet, which is problematic. It's very deeply problematic. Now, the very good news is that we don't have to worry about weather for a while, because weather is pretty brutal, and we want to have the shelter built by then. So one thing I think we're definitely going to do this turn and in fact, I know we're going to do it. I'm checking the appendix. Oh, this is literally just, it just starts the appendix, that's fine. I'm trying to check and see if they specify the cellar invention. I don't think they, yeah, here it is, okay. So that basically means that normal food won't perish anymore, which means that regular food is equivalent of bread. And we want a cellar as soon as we can get it so we can actually stockpile food. Which means one of the best early game decisions I can make is go ahead and try to make the shovel. I do have these 2 temporary items. I have the empty bottle and I have the hammer and nails. Now the empty bottle provides us with a boost to our weapon. And the hammer nails gives us an extra pawn, but only for the build action. I really don't want to fail this early in the game. I just don't. So I'm going to go ahead and instantly spend the hammer and nails to go ahead and get a neutral builder. And then I'm going to send my dude Friday with the builder to make sure that we succeed in the build. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Explorer and Doggo, and we're going to do some exploring this turn. And then finally, because I've got the extra pawn and I might as well use it, I'm going to arrange the camp. Now, you have to declare all of your actions before you start resolving them. So it could turn out this is actually a dumb decision, but I won't know it till I actually start doing things. But I'm pretty confident that what we're doing is a safe thing to do. So first thing we do is to resolve the build action, because you always go from left to right. So the shovel is something I can instantly do, so I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to put it up here in the future resources area. This will not be available to me till the end of the action phase, which is why I didn't immediately do 2 build actions and get the seller the first turn. So that's done. The neutral builder goes back to his place. And Friday goes home. Good work, Friday. Next, me and Doggo are going to go explore. Again, we're assured of success. That's why you use 2 pawns. You don't have to roll. Rolling generally only results in bad things happening. So we take a tile, and I get to choose where to place it. Okay, so this is another source of both food and wood. So we're going to put this here. And you want to make sure that your camp is somewhere central so that you can gather more easily. So we're actually going to be moving our camp very quickly into the game. But that's fine. Now, we don't get any food or wood right now. We'd have to gather for that. But we do get a discovery token. The totem that you see here means nothing in this scenario. As you can see here, no effect. So let's grab ourselves a discovery token. After we've shuffled them, of course. Ooh, we got one of the special items. That is oil. And oil is worth 2 wood for the wood pile. Very nice. We can't use it till the end of the action phase, and I can only put wood on the pile in columns. So I don't want to use this yet, but that's a very good thing. It's going to help us out a bit. I'm very glad that we discovered that. And the other thing that happens is we discovered the hills. And that means we have unlocked the prerequisite for a couple more inventions. The pot, the bricks, and that's it. And I believe for mine I just need the map to get the shortcut. Yeah. So this means starting next turn, we could build the pot or the bricks. Very nice. Explorer goes home. Doggo comes home. And then the last thing we do is we're going to arrange the camp. I'm going to improve morale. And I'm going to take 2 more determination tokens. I didn't use any this turn, but this is actually a pretty good thing to have later on. I'm pretty happy with this turn. So the action phase is now completed. Everyone has done their thing and gone home. The shovel now becomes an active item, which means we can dig the cellar next turn. And this oil becomes available for use as well. Very nice. The weather phase, nothing happens in the first weather phase, as you can see here, because we don't roll any dice yet. Then we go to the night phase. And this is the final phase of every turn. And I love this right here. The first thing we do is we can move the camp. And we're going to do exactly that. This is a much better location. It's much more central. And I can still use the gather action to grab a bunch of extra resources starting next turn. Really good stuff. Okay, you only gain 1 resource. Okay. Well, that's fine. The rulebook actually doesn't make that as clear, so I'm glad that that's there. Then we go down the list for the night phase. Everyone has to eat. Thankfully, neither my old chum Friday nor the dog have to eat. They find their own food. Because they're less useless than I am, apparently. We don't have shelter yet, so I do take a wound. This is my wound track. If I get to the end of it, I die and the game is over. Friday can die and the game is not over, but it also makes the game way harder, and I like Friday. I don't want him to die. And then we would discard any other food. But we only had one food, so that's not the end of the world. So, we've just completed our first round of Robinson Crusoe. On to the second round. So now we start with the event phase. So the first thing that always happens every event phase is the one in the right column slips to the left. And then we draw a new event and resolve what's on the top. Frost, what you feared most, has just happened. It's going to be a cold night. And we'll have to deal with that. And we also place this guy here. What this means is, regardless of what we do this turn, if we do the gather action, we have to draw an adventure card. And if you think the adventure cards are anything good, you know nothing about this game. The adventure cards are almost uniformly bad. Some are not terrible, but most of them are bad. And I'd really prefer not to deal with that if we can avoid it. But it might be something we have to avoid, or we have to do, I'm not sure. And then when this gets removed from the game, which will happen when it slides to the left, like the food crates will, this then becomes, this then triggers the thing that happens at the very bottom. But I can discard a wood to gain 2 determination, which is not really worth it, in my opinion. But it is what it is right now. So the next thing we do is go to the morale phase. It moves up because it's solo player. And I can either take 2 determination or heal a wound. And I'm going to heal a wound. It just makes more sense. I have 3 determination already. I can do pretty much anything I might wish to do. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. Then we do some production. And we produce, again, 1 food and 1 wood. And I'm going to instantly take 1 wood, and I'm going to start the wood pile with it. Because if you read here, it has to be done before the action phase starts. And I can only do 1 column per round, so next turn we're going to use the oil, and we're going to put 2 more wood on there. Oh, wait, this can be done outside the normal opportunity. Then perfect. I'm going to do it now. See, I bet if I'd looked up the special rules for the oil, it would have explained it to me. Yeah, there it goes right there. Beautiful. So we've already got a very nice start to our pile o' wood. Very nice. But we're going to need more. Because, in the immortal words of Jon Snow, winter is coming, and I would like to have a shelter tonight. And I'd also like to get a roof. Which leaves me in a very uncomfortable situation, because I don't have enough resources to do either of those things. I will next turn, but I won't now. Which is kind of scary. Not having a roof when it's wintertime, I have to get rid of a wood. Which is not great. It's not a thing I want to do, but c'est la vie. If Friday were to do this, he doesn't go on adventures, he just takes a wound. So I don't want that. I'd rather go on an adventure than have Friday lose any health. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take me and me. And I'm gonna deal with this. As much as I would like to have additional food, I'm not going to be able to build the cellar this turn, and the food would just be wasted. If we had more players, I'd do it. I mean, I could have Friday go get the food, but I have a better plan for Friday, which is to keep exploring. Because I cannot light my pile on fire without a fire, and I haven't revealed the mountains yet. So I need that too. So we are in the action phase. I didn't make that clear. And we first trigger the gather. The gather is going to succeed, so I'm going to do my gathering first. But then I'm going to come back and I'm going to draw the card from the deck. So just as a reminder, you can only pick one source a turn, so I'm going to go ahead and take another wood. And then I'm going to remove this. And I'm going to do an adventure. End of source. Cover the source you're gathering from with a black cube to indicate that it's exhausted. I can never get wood from this spot again. Oh, that is... I told you it was always bad. Game... What a jerk move. I don't want to see this card anymore. Go over there. That is so rough. That means, unless I find something that unexhausts something, I'll never get this. I'll never be able to get wood from that tile again. Which is good that I'm continuing to explore, because we're going to need a new source of wood. I didn't love that part. I object quite thoroughly. Now, here's the thing. I cannot use my ability because I'm not doing this action. Friday is. But he's going to succeed. And he gets the grassland, which thankfully also has wood. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to get a discovery token. Please be wood. Excellent. This gets me one for... Oh no, I don't have the weapon level. Yes I do. I'm gonna use my empty bottle to get a weapon level to trigger the goat. Is there any reason I can't do that? Nope. Perfect. Because I really want fur. That's gonna make building the roof much easier when we get around to that. And that concludes that. You both go home. And we go to the weather phase. Now, for any snow cloud... Oh no. Oh, no. I didn't even think of that. Because you count all the weather twice. What nonsense. So here's what happens. I don't believe they're correct about clouds. I think as long as you have a roof... Oh, no, you do just burn the wood. Yeah, the roof prevents rain. It doesn't prevent snow. So we lose a wood. And because I don't have a roof, the snow also hits me here. And I have to discard one food and one wood. Which means I'm going hungry tonight. That's very bad. Boo game. Oh, no, wait. I'm not going to go hungry. I forgot. This drops to the action thing. I discard the token after I spend my empty bottle. And then I get one food and one fur. So we're saved. I eat the delicious food, my banana. I still do take 1 wound, though, because we're still sleeping out in the open. We need to fix that. And then the rest of the turn ends. Okay. Not a great turn. But it could be worse. We're now on turn 3. Alright. I still can't... No, I can build a shelter this turn because we have fur. Oh, beautiful. I love it. And the best part is you can never lose shelter once you've built it. Okay, so first the event. This event goes away. We never see it again. And then we draw a new event. A ravishing hurricane. If possible, choose an island tile adjacent to your camp and cover its sources. Well, I guess I'm not going to get any food from this tile. I really don't care. Oh, but if I have the shovel, I can send somebody out here and I can even fix... I can even fix the lack of wood. Oh my. Oh, that's very good. That's very good news. I'm going to definitely keep that in mind. Okay, though. Right. Morale. Morale's fantastic. I'm going to heal my wound again. Production. I get a wood and a food. Remember, anything done during the production phase goes into the available resources. Everything else goes into future. If it's done during the action phase. Action phase. Okay. So. Oh, I never covered inventions that require grassland. So we've got the cure. We've got the rope. And that's it. Okay. So I still need to keep exploring. I need to find these stupid mountains that I've heard so much about. That is not optional. But maybe it is. I really want to do 2 build actions this turn if I can get away with it. I want to unlock the... does anything have roof level? I don't think anything does. I don't think that's a thing that my card lets me do either. Eh. So what would the benefit of doing 2 builds be? I think the empty bottle is only temporary weapon level. I don't think it's permanent. I think that's actually addressed in under the combat phase. Yeah, starting equipment is only temporary. Is there value in taking 2 build actions this turn? I can build the shelter. And I know I'm not going to suffer weather this turn. So maybe only 1 build action is enough. To just build the shelter, which can never go away. And then in the future, I can start spending on things like building the roof and things like that. So I think we're going to do... I'm going to use my last hammer and nail. To give me the neutral guy. I'm actually very tempted by this, but not this turn. I think next turn is when I want to bother with that. So I'm not gonna spend anybody this turn on this. I could build the cellar if I did another build action. And I do want the cellar eventually, but right now I don't feel that I need it. But I guess it's better to have it now than to wait and not have it. So I'm going to go ahead and send Friday out to also do some building. Then me and Doggo are going to explore. Alright. So for the first build action, I'm going to have to roll. So what happens is you roll all 3 dice and then apply all 3 results. And this is not ideal. I instantly get 2 determination, which is the good part. Which I can then use to re-roll, which I'm definitely going to do. But I actually take 2 wounds, because anytime I get a question mark, it counts as a wound for Friday. And I'm going to roll just this die again, and just discard the 2 determination tokens. Ah, stupid dice. Now, I do get the 2 determination back, so there's really no reason not to do this. But the downside is I can only do it once. So, c'est la vie. Friday has failed, and so I'm not going to get the shovel this turn, or the cellar this turn. But I am going to discard this fur. And we have built a shelter. So, that's very good news. And everybody here can go home. Oh no, you go to the other home. And then me and Doggo are going to explore. I do like the idea of maybe at some point. And we got hills again, which is not ideal. I didn't really need hills, but I did get a beast card. So we can now choose to go hunting if we want to. And hunting is pretty great. It's a pretty nice thing to do if you have the chance. And then I instantly get 2 discovery tokens, treasure, and I get candles, which is that a are candles permanent or are candles temporary? Oh, those special card effects. No, that would include inventions. Unless it counts as a special token effect. Okay, you only ever get to do it once. Well, that's fine. So I can't use it this turn, but I could use it next turn. That's pretty spicy. And I get a treasure. That's even better. But I don't get to know what the treasure is until after the action phase. That's a very exciting turn. Let's bring you both home. Action phase is over. These both become current resources. So I'm going to discard the candles. Oh, I already discarded the oil too. And I discard the treasure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a card from here until I get a treasure. And I'm going to reshuffle the deck. A cave with furs? I get 2 furs. OMG. Oh my gosh, that is the best treasure I could have hoped for. I could not have been happier with that treasure. Oh, that is such a big boost. I'm going to do so much roof building next turn. You don't even know how much roof building I'm going to do. And then I'm going to give myself this temporary action pawn. That's going to go away. So the action phase is now concluded. Nothing happens in the weather phase. I don't have that stupid token anymore. It's nighttime. I eat my delicious banana. I don't know how one banana is feeding me for an entire day, but I guess that's just how it goes. We don't take a wound because I am in shelter now. Nice. And I have no perishable food, so I don't worry about that. But this, my friends, is when shit gets real. Because now we're going to roll for weather at the end of every turn. And because I didn't warm the camp because I didn't want to spend the resources, this gets removed and we add the snow token back into the weather space. Yikes. Very yikes. But that's okay. I can live with that. Let's see what the event is, though. Please don't be bad. Please, I mean, they're all bad, but please don't be horrible. Okay. So, I'm going to have to gather resources. So the next time I gather resources, if I have to roll, I have to re-roll any success. And then the gathering action field becomes even worse if I don't deal with this. Which is, I mean, it's not great, but it's not the end of the world. Now, I would really like to hunt this turn. I'm not very well prepared for it, but I think I want to hunt this turn. I also want to build, and I also want to take care of this, so that I can unexhaust and I can do more gathering in future turns. So it's going to be me and Doggo. Friday and Neutral. No, I don't. I want to build twice this turn. And then I will come here. Because if possible, I want to put 2 roofs on. If I can manage that. And that'll give us a lot of protection against the rain. It'll give us protection against snow. I also do want more wood, but there's nothing I can do about that this turn. I've only got 5 actions I can take. It's only because of that pawn I got. So let's start by hunting. So reveal the beast. And it's an iguana. Oh dear. Alright, so I'm going to use my empty bottle. He's a tough character. He deals 3 wounds to me. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I didn't get my determination tokens from the morale phase, did I? So that wasn't great. But then I have to decay my weapon level, and I can't because I don't have any, so I take another wound. And then I take an additional wound. But here's the good part. I have fur from an iguana. Look, don't question it. Oh, I never gathered any resources this turn either. Wow, I really suck at this game. So there should be 1 wood and 1 food in that box. So yeah, that iguana kind of kicked our asses. But, you know, it was worth it, sort of. Oh, we shouldn't have to worry about food for a while. And this now, remember how I said how the game can change based on what you accomplish? I have to prioritize the seller, or all this food is going to go to waste. I'm going to lose all of it. And that's very bad. If I take the build action, I think you can only build 1 item for it. Now we're going to do my build action. So got to roll these dice again. I'm going to roll him over here. I succeed, I have another wound, and I go on an adventure. Now here the wound kind of matters a bit more, because this decreases morale. I'm starting to feel a bit down because that iguana kicked my butt. Stupid iguana. And then I'll have an adventure, but I do get my success, and for my success, I'm going to discard a fur, and I'm going to put a roof on our house. But now I draw an adventure card. Cut head. Oh no. I take another wound. And I take 2 determination. What is that, determination or discovery? That's determination. Oh no, wait, that is discovery. Because it's the compass. Oh no, the compass is determination. Yeah. I have so much determination that it's just been entirely useless so far. And then I put a special wound on my character's head. And then this gets shuffled into the deck. And if I don't have a cure, I take another 2 wounds. And it gets shuffled into the event deck. And I go shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. So it was a good build in that we got something that we desperately needed, but it was not a good build in that we got injured. Wait, what? Oh no! Oh, what have I done? Oh, that was so stupid. I'll never get these resources back. Oh well. C'est la vie. I'm not gonna worry too much about that. Then Friday and the build boy are gonna do some building. And they're gonna build the cellar for us. So all of this lovely food I'm going to earn gets kept. That's very nice. And that's everybody. The action phase is now completed. So everything that was a future resource becomes a current resource. I've got my cellar, which means my food won't decay at the end of the night. It's pretty good. Pretty good. And now I move on to the weather phase. And this is now the first turn in the game where we actually have to roll on the weather phase. So first of all, because of the snow... Well, actually, no, I roll first. Because there is snow on this rain cloud die, too. We just got rain, thankfully. So snow, I have to discard a wood. We're heating up the place. Now here's the bad news. For every cloud, we have to either have roof level or discard a food and a wood. And my total cloud level is 3. Because there's actually 2 on this one die. So that's 1, 2, 3. My roof level is only 1. So that means I have to be able to discard 2 wood and 2 food. The food, no problem. 1 wood, no problem, but I still take another wound because I can't discard 2 wood. 2 wounds. 2 wood. So that's a yikes. But I do complete the turn eating another banana. So many bananas, so little time. And the rest of the night phase doesn't matter. And I end my turn. Now, here's our biggest issue. We have been badly neglecting the pile. We just haven't been able to get much done with it. We can get a mast. We need the rope for that, but we can get the rope. That has a potential to get us kind of kick-started there. But really just need more wood production. Wood is a major issue for us. So we're going to have to think about how to resolve that this turn. Possibly with the hatchet. But the thing is we haven't been able to discover any mountains, which is what's been holding us back from a lot of the really good inventions. Okay. So the Ravishing Hurricane continues, and unfortunately, these will be exhausted through the rest of the game. That's fine. I can't really do anything about that. Yikes, I'm not going to put a build adventure there. Let's not make a bad thing worse. A flying surprise. In the middle of the night, a huge branch hits the camp. If we build, we have to go on an adventure. And even worse, I either have to decrease the palisade or the roof. And I'm going to decrease the roof because I can't decrease the palisade. That's very bad. And it's going to get even worse when this actually triggers. This is not good. Oh, I screwed up. This is for gathering, not for exploration. Whoopsie. My bad. So this, again, changes my strategy for this round. Morale goes up. You know I'm taking that healed wound. And then we produce 1 wood and 1 food. One of the things we desperately need is we need to start working toward the hatchet, which is a permanent bonus to additional wood every single turn. We also need to start reestablishing our... we need to start building the roof. We really, really do. So I think we have to do 2 build actions. And I don't want to. I want to keep exploring. I want to find some mountains so we can work on our fire. But my wounds are already getting fairly serious. And if I keep ignoring building the roof, it will kill me. So I think that's what we do this turn. You know what we're going to do? This is mega risky, right? So risky, but I think we have to take the risk. Because I have to explore. I can't not explore. And I can't let Doggo go to waste. This is kind of dumb. I don't like doing this. And I have to hope that we get good dice rolls. But I need to take 3 actions this turn. There's just no other way. I at least need to make the effort to try to get us a nice thick roof. So that later on we can spend our time on other things. Because there are multiple rain clouds on this die. And I just don't know what we might run into. So I'm not going to roll the adventure die the first time. Because I'm guaranteed to get an adventure no matter what. I failed, but I got 2 more determination. Determination is so useless for the explorer. No, it's not. You know what? Let me use my special ability. Let's do some scouting. And I get to draw 2 discovery tokens, look at them both, and then I have to get rid of one of them. I get Nourishing Larva or a Fallen Tree, and I'm going to take the Fallen Tree. We need the wood. We desperately need just more wood in general. So even though I failed on the build action, that was actually a reasonably decent turn, and now we take the adventure. Oh. Fuck me. Okay. I hate you so much right now, game. Why must you make building even harder? I mean, again, that could have been worse, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. Doesn't mean I have to like it at all. So now, again, I just roll these 2 dice. I take a wound. And I get a success, but thanks to the stupid reroll, I have to re-roll that. But I still got a success. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Give me my roof back, please. And then I go back home. That could have been a lot better, but it also could have been a lot worse. Doggo and Friday are going to explore. And we find the river and another beast. But I can use the river to get a map. And here's the best news about that. This gets me bonus resources. Now, building my personal invention, can I do this whenever I want to? Or do I have to take a build action to do it? I think it does take a build action, sadly. Build action. Yeah, in order to build an invention, that takes an action. Yikes. Oh well. This is fine. But here's the really cool news. I get not one, not two, but 3 discovery tokens. Okay, I get the medallion with a lady, which does what here? It's worth 3 determination tokens. This is just getting absurd. Technically, that's a future thing. I shouldn't get to do that right away. I've got to keep remembering that. If I have the pot, I can instantly get medicine. But here's the problem. Oh no, that's right, it's the cure, and if you flip it, yeah. But the thing is, you don't have to discard them right away. And then I get another treasure. Oh, I hope it's a good treasure. We could really use it right now. Right. Y'all go on home. All of this becomes available to me now. I'm gonna discard that for wood. Discard that for a treasure. I got a compass. Ooh. Oh, that is actually quite not useful. But hey, it does mean that I can use the dog to hunt if I decide I want to explore on the same turn. So I mean, it's valuable. It's just not as good as the fur that we got earlier. Oh no, I actually meant to do this, then this. Now remember, we've got that ticking time bomb where if I have medicine, I don't take a wound. So this says can be discarded, so I can keep it until then. Which is pretty good. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Brilliant. Action phase is done. We go on to the weather phase. One rain cloud. Roof protects us. Nothing bad happens. That was desperately needed. We really needed that assistance with that. End of the turn, I eat a banana, and nothing else bad happens. I do remove this black marker, and I can use my ability again next turn. Round 6. What do we want to do this turn? I've got to keep exploring. I kind of want to hunt, and I kind of want to build. Oh, wait a minute. I resolved... I did not resolve the adventure, did I? You know my policy. If I don't remember if I've done something, I do it again. And I lose Palisade. Which I can't, so I actually do take a wound from that. Which I was hoping I wouldn't have to. But that's okay. Okay. So, let's go through all the phases correctly. So we do the event phase first. This is going to make gathering harder. And I think we actually put a second reroll on here. No, because you can never have more than one token on a thing. So actually take another wound. This is very bad. We need to do some healing if we can manage it. It's very bad. And then the Gather Adventure card, a token, goes there. This slides over. A body on the beach. It is one of my shipmates. It's not what I want to see in the morning. I lose 1 morale. The book doesn't actually matter in this scenario, so that's actually not as bad as it could have been. Alright, morale phase. Morale goes up. I heal a wound. Friends, I am 2 wounds away from death. 3 wounds, sorry. So I think... Yeah, I think we need to build the pot this turn. I also really want to build the roof. Is the compass a neutral pawn, or can the guy on the compass do it by himself? I think it's a neutral pawn, so I don't think it... I think it would have to be with somebody else. Like, I kind of want to hunt, but hunting right now would be very dangerous because I don't have any good weapons. Unless I make Friday do it, and Friday could die. And I definitely don't want Friday dead either, even though it doesn't end the game if he dies. I think we do another 2 build turn. Oh, I didn't give myself my resources. Whoopsie. The hatchet requires the mountains be discovered, which I haven't done yet. Yeah, I think this is another 2 build turn, and I don't think there's any way around that. Because I really want the pot so I can start healing more. And I can also use it to instantly discover the medicine, which is pretty fantastic if I'm honest with you. And then I'd also like to improve the roof before we start getting the really nasty all 3 dice. issues to start happening. Yes. I think that's what we do this turn, is I think we just do a lot of building. This doesn't come with no risk. I have to do it this way. I'm sorry, Friday. I have to. Because I'd rather you have a chance of taking 2 wounds and re-rolling with determination than me have a chance of triggering an adventure where everything goes wrong. So, sorry, mate. So the first build action succeeds. I'm going to use it to make the pot. Right? Yes. And then I have to wait until the end of the turn in order to trigger it. And then, my dude, I need you to hook me up. I need you to do super good with these dice rolls, Friday. A success, an adventure, and a wound. Please, my dude. Re-roll the adventure die. Oh, Friday. No. Friday is dead. I'm sorry, dude. I'm really, really sorry. You did succeed in your action, so with his with his dying breath, he puts a new roof. I'm actually going to save the fur, because I need fur in order to build the mast. So I'm going to spend 2 wood on that instead. F for Friday. So I'm just going to delete the card. And the wound. And that. Now, if Friday dies, does that trigger morale loss? Yeah. So, sorry, dude. That just makes this game even harder, by the way. And I'm starting to question the likelihood of us actually succeeding. But we did do both things that we wanted to do this turn. Which is good, I guess. And then I'm going to go ahead and trigger my ability to get some more... to get 2 more discovery tokens. I can get a free builder or 1 morale. Screw morale. Alright. Slide down. The pot is finished. I then instantly trigger the healing herbs. And I also discover the cure. And then I get the extra build upon next turn. Which, believe you me, is going to be used. And then we roll weather. This is the last turn we just roll the rain cloud die. But we're protected thanks to the heroic sacrifice of Friday. Can I use the pot as many times as I want to, or can I only use it once per food? 1 food to heal 1 wound. Okay. So I'm going to eat both of my food so that I can heal a wound and not be wounded. And another turn is completed. And guys, it just gets harder. It really just gets harder. I don't like our chances. Oh, and I removed the black cube, which I never put on there. So before I do anything else, because I can trigger my abilities at any time, and if I trigger them outside the action phase, I get the benefits right away. So I'm going to trigger that ability. And I get 2 discovery tokens, and I keep 1. I either get the herbs, which lets me heal, or I get a boost to 2 weapons, and I have to take it. So I'm going to instantly discard them both, and I get a weapon level of 2. That actually makes it theoretically possible, if we need to, for us to go after the monster. We clean up after the accident. So we are going to lose a roof level, which I still don't love, but I'm happier with that than a lot of other possibilities. There's an earthquake. We must choose an island tile next to camp and make it inaccessible. I'm going to pick that one. And I have no desire whatsoever to mess with either of these. We're in the morale phase. I'm going to heal a wound. Production phase. 1 wood, 1 food. Action phase. Now, without hesitation, I need to build this turn. But I also need to explore. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to build and I'm going to explore this turn. I'm not going to go hunting. I have to build and explore. These actions cannot fail this turn. I cannot take the risk. And I'm going to take Doggo to help me explore. Because if I never discover the mountains, I will never win the game. Because I'll never be able to make fire. Now, one handy thing to have right now would be an improvement to... I'm kind of thinking we get the rope so that I can get the mast the next turn. Which is good for 3 wood on the pile. The other alternative would be to go ahead and invent bricks for a palisade boost. That's quite nice, actually. That is quite nice. You know what? I think we can't afford to go another night without a palisade, especially if we get attacked by monsters. Plus, we can use bricks to make a furnace, which lets us ignore 1 snow result. I think that's beautiful. So I'm going to take this, and we're going to invent bricks. Once the invention is completed is when the palisade is done. So it happens at the end of the active events phase. So we go home. Thank you, worker dude. And then we explore with Doggo. We finally get the mountains we've been waiting for, so I can... That really opens up our options next turn. But I also get a beast card, and I'm trying to remember, if you draw a beast card, does it go on top or does it go on the bottom? That would be up here in the explore action. Okay, we shuffle the deck. The hunting deck. There we go. This is also a natural shelter, which means we're not going to go there, but we could. And I get another discovery token. Another boost to the palisade? Oh, yes. Oh, that's beautiful. We're going to be so well protected. I'm very excited right now. Okay. So everyone comes home. We go into the weather phase. And now we roll all 3 of these nasty dice. Alright. So, we have 3 total clouds. I'm going hungry this evening, which is not great. Oh, this is very bad. My roof level is only at 1. So, I can only fulfill that requirement once. So I take a wound. But wait, it gets better. This requires me to discard a food, because animals stole my food, but I don't have that, so I lose another wound. And I can't feed myself, so I take 2 more wounds. And I lose a morale. And I'm 1 wound away from death. What an awful night. What an awful, awful night. Alright. It doesn't get easier from here, my friends. Oh, I never did put our bricks back out and increase our palisade by 2. I think we need to hunt this turn. We need a lot more food, and we can't avoid it. But events happen first. I lose 2 more morale because we just let the dead guy rot. I mean, it's fine. Why, game? Why do you hate me? We don't get any wood because there was a fire. My loathing for you right now, game, is immeasurable. And, oh, by the way, it could also cost me wood in a future turn, unless I waste time digging. Game. Why do you hate me so much? So production, or sorry, morale increases by 1, so I get a determination token. I can't eat determination tokens, game. Production, I get food, and that's it. And then we go action phase. I'm gonna make this short and sweet. I cannot afford this. I cannot afford to lose wood in a future turn. Cannot be done. So I'm going to come over here. And then I'm going to go hunting. And friends, this is incredibly risky. And this could be the end of the game here. Or this could be our salvation. But everything is going to come down to how this hunt goes. You know what? Let's improve our chances a bit. Let's say I did this before the planning phase began. Because I meant to. And I pick 2 of these, and I get to keep 1. Look, if I survive to the end of the turn, I heal 2 wounds. So that's good news. But yeah, that goes there. I can't use it right now. Yeah, it's during the night phase only. I get a determination token back. And most importantly, I get rid of this dumb card. Do not want. Remember, this is that ticking time bomb we were a bit concerned about, but thankfully it's almost over with. This hunt is everything. This hunt could either be instant death or glory. And it depends entirely on how tough it is. I'm kind of scared. Don't be... Oh, no, just the top card, please. Don't be scary. It's birds! Oh, my word, it's birds. Oh. Only 1 strength. My weapons are more than capable of dealing with birds, and I get 2 more food. Game MVP right there. I have never needed a success more than I did right there. Oh, my delicious bird friends. Thank you for being there. I'm just going to make like a generic discard pile. Right there. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's still not over yet, though. I'm still very concerned about the weather because I have no wood. And I never built the furnace, which was my plan this turn, because I had to get more food. If we get a snow cloud, we could be dead. Because I have to make it to the night phase in order to take advantage of the healing. And I can heal a lot if I can make it to the turn, but I think there is no way we can survive. Because I don't think any of these sides are empty. Some of these sides are empty. But yeah, I don't think we can survive. Because I don't have any way to stop the weather. And we weren't well prepared for winter. Look, the game warned me. It says right here, prepare for winter. And I just wasn't. And we never got any wood because of that stupid fire. Which means the moment I need to discard any wood, I die. And here's the thing, there are none of these that just has 1 rain cloud, which is the one thing I could survive. So I'm going to roll the dice. Okay. It is a strength 3 beast. And I think... And I think the strengthy beast doesn't give you anything if you kill it. Yeah, so basically it's my choice. Either the snow kills me, because I can't discard wood. The snow kills me again, because I can't discard wood. Or the beast kills me because my weapon strength is only 2. No, wait, the palisade is also included, isn't it? No, yeah, no. That counts too. So yes, we are dead. We took 1 too many wounds. That first... Oh, what a game. I thought for sure we'd gotten a Hail Mary because of that token. And the one thing I will take full blame for, and one thing you have to always say about Robinson Crusoe, the game is fair. Like, even though randomness happens, there's ways to prepare for it, and I just didn't do that. I should have been, as soon as I started getting, especially when I realized that you can take a skill at any time. And let me just make sure that's accurate. Let me make sure that I'm not lying. Yeah, I can do it anytime I want to. I could have been doing that the whole turn game and taking advantage of the determination tokens I've had since the beginning of the game. But I didn't. And so the Explorer is dead. But don't worry, guys. Doggo is fine. In fact, Doggo becomes king of the island. Headcanon confirmed. That's definitely what happened here. Oh, I really love this. I really love this artwork especially because I'm pretty sure it's actually the artwork on the game box, but I'm not positive. I'd have to look at the box which is behind me. Oh my word. We had a chance. We had a legitimate chance. It would have taken us a while, but we had a chance, and it didn't work out. I wasn't prepared enough for the winter when the winter came. I wasn't making nearly enough wood. And those failed build actions early in the game really cost us a fair bit. But that was Robinson Crusoe. Do let me know if you'd like to see me play again. There's other scenarios. I can just try not to lose. My record is currently 0 for a lot in Robinson Crusoe. So this is one of those games that is significantly easier with more players. I will say that. Because even though you have to feed more people, you can do more things each turn. And especially because of the dog's limitations. In order to make the game easier, I might try one of these variants, which I've heard are quite good. Like adding more starting equipment. Where are the official variants? Here we go. And this actually makes it harder because the books don't matter. But yeah, we could take more starting equipment maybe, and that would have been a bit more helpful, potentially. But yeah, so do let me know if you'd like to see more Robinson Crusoe specifically. Next time around, we're going to be playing something completely different. We're going to be playing Tapestry, the civilization builder. So we go from no civilization, because it's a deserted island except for Friday and the dog and the monsters, to trying to build the best possible civilization. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Until next time, though, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching. And until next time, I bid you good day.